table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Hawkeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ohio State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense getting set for first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they're able to make the tackle. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. To the ground with the back. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense has its first opportunity of the day. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll give it to the back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He's looking to throw. Got his man. Knocked off his feet.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you should run it. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. It's the end of the 1st quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. And the Hawkeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCoy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job.
There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Dances away to buy time. Complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the single back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And this defense has had an elite first half. Kept them off the scoreboard. They put a drive together right before the half. Talk about some momentum. Hold them to a field goal here on this 3rd down. Don't let them get a touchdown. They've played so well this first half.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's so nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Extra point here will tie the game.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Lester. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
Turning it on! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hart. And he broke one tackle on the way to a pickup there. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. A strike downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go back to the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go to the ground. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Toss sweep to the right. Got enough for the first. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. Looking for room, it's Perkins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Fires to the big fella. Nice move there. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snags it inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Hawkeyes have taken it inside the 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Perkins. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here comes the heat. Oh, play, it's intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Francis. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Powers through the defender. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. The Buckeyes have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Slings it downfield. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Turns it on down the left side. Inside the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 30 short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. Lead now 7 here in the third quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee has just had no answers today. Both sides of the ball look like all the smoggy smoke on Rocky Top has been in their eyes since kickoff. They're trailing by 21 to Oklahoma. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got the back over the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got a man. It's McCoy. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Field on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man on the right, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the air along the time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That
breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Try to pick it up on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The give to the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fighting off the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And now they take the lead. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the...
There he goes! Touchdown, Ohio State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. That's reeled in. It's Woodside.
My old coach says you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Almost had the completion, just missed it. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. That is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Ebby. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught over the middle. It's Hart. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Hart. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Ebby. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short. And
the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
Pocket breaking down. The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And they they spike it and get the clock stopped? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
All right, now that play's over. Now I got to know this is it. This is my last play. I got to save my best for last. If I get in the end zone, I win this football game. So what is my play? Who is my player that I'm highlighting to go try to get this done?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They move on top here in the 4th.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
On the move from inside his 5. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense